Welcome to my channel, my dear children of class 9. In the last videos I have explained about animal tissues. We have learned epithelial tissues, then connective tissues. Now the third kind of tissue is muscular tissue. In this video I will explain about muscular tissues. See, muscular tissues, overall the function is it is responsible for the movement of the body part, internal organs, certain kind of movement, and locomotion, like we move from place to place. So muscular tissue is responsible for that. So in this video we will learn the details about the muscular tissue. Now what are the characteristics of muscular tissue? First of all, in muscular tissue, the muscular tissue, single cells of the muscular tissue are called muscle fibers. Please understand the meaning of fibers. Fiber means long and thread-like. We are familiar with thread. So the thread-like but strong muscles. So muscle fibers are the cells of the muscular tissue is called muscle fibers. And they have special contractile proteins in them. Contractile means the muscles contract and relax and thus bring about the movement. And this is because of the contractile proteins which are called contractile proteins. So these contractile proteins contract and relax to bring about the movement. Now there are different types of muscular tissues. Three kinds of muscular tissues are there. First one is called a striated muscle. Just see the figure. Striated muscles. Then unstriated muscle, second type. And the third type is called a cardiac muscles. So striated, why they are called striated, or why they are called unstriated, or why they are called cardiac? Let us see that. Okay, so just see this image. This is the diagram of striated muscles, this is the diagram of unstriated muscle, and this is the diagram of cardiac muscles. Now cardiac, the word is related to heart. Anything regarding heart is you use the term cardiac arrest, you must have heard. So cardiac is related to heart. So the muscles of the heart is called a cardiac muscle. Now striated muscles, because you can see this dark bands on this, dark and light bands. Because of these dark bands on this, they are called a striated muscles. These are known by other names also, we will come across. Unstriated, because there is no such dark bands are there, so they are called unstriated muscles. And because the striations are not there, they are also called smooth muscles. And the heart muscles are called cardiac muscles. They have certain striations. Now let us see in detail in the next diagram. See, first of all, striated muscles. Let us understand the different names of these muscles. They are called striped muscle because they appear as stripes. Skeletal muscles because they are attached to the skeleton, attached to the bones. So they are called skeletal muscles in this respect. And third term is voluntary muscles. You know the word meaning volunteers means someone willingly do something. Okay, so this voluntary muscles here, they are under our control. When we want to do some work, then only we can. For example, when you want to walk, then only you will walk. Otherwise, if you want to stop, you can stop. So we have the control over it as per our need that it works. So they are called voluntary muscles. Striped muscles are striated because striations are there. Skeletal muscles because they are attached to the skeleton or bones, and they are also called voluntary muscles because they work according to our will. Now see, this is the reason. Striped or striated muscle, as they have light and dark bands or they are called striations. See, light and dark bands, these dark bands because of the proteins. So this dark bands are called striations. So they have striations, so they are called striated. I often found that when children write the exam, they write straight muscle. It is not straight, beta. Please see the spelling, S-T-R-I-A-T-E-D. Okay, write 3-4 times in your notebook and learn the spelling. Striated muscles because of the dark bands or striations. Then why are they called voluntary muscles? Because they move as per our will, or we have the control over it. And then third term is skeletal muscles, because they are attached to all bonds and help in movement. For example, this is our upper hand. So these muscles attached to the bonds. That is why the movement is possible. Okay. Then structure. See, as you can see in the figure, they are long, cylindrical shaped and unbranched. There is no branching. Okay. And another characteristic feature is they are multi-nucleated. Normally as learned in one cell, one single nucleus, but these cells have more than one nuclei in them. So multi-nucleated, and the fibers are arranged in the form of bundles and have dark and light bands. So we learn the characteristic feature or the structure of the striated muscle. Then where are they located? In all the limbs, arms, legs, then tongue, then body, face, neck, etc. These striated muscle, wherever we have to move, there these muscles are present. And their way of working is they contract quickly, but they can't remain contracted for long. If they remain contracted for a long time, then we get fatigued or tired. So they are quick contraction. Okay, fast contractions and relaxation. Then come to the next one, unstriped or non-striated or unstriated muscles. Unstriated muscles, because there is no striation. See the muscle, these are the individual muscle cells. There is no such striations there. That is why they are called unstriated muscles, or they are smooth. So they are also called smooth muscle fibers. Okay. All muscles, the muscles are fiber-like. So the single cells are called muscle fibers. So this is the smooth muscle fibers you can see here. And one more character is single nucleus. This is multinucleated. Here it is single nucleated. Okay, multinucleated. Here it is single nucleus. Okay, you can see in each cell there is single nucleus. Then another feature is they are wider in the middle and tapered at the ends. So this is called a spindle shape. Spindle used in textile. Okay, for spinning. So that kind of a shape. So this is called a spindle shaped. These muscles are spindle shaped. Muscle cells are spindle shaped. So they are called unstriped, non-striated or unstriated muscles, as they do not show light and dark bands. Then they are called involuntary. Whether we want or not, they will work automatically. Their work is automatic. So it is called involuntary. So they are muscles of the internal organs like stomach, intestine, esophagus, okay, digestive system, then kidney tubules. These are the muscles situated in these organs, internal organs, called involuntary, because we have no control. They do not move as per our will, they work automatically. What's the structure? As I told you, spindle shaped cells, uninucleated, and fibers arranged in the form of sheets, and dark and light bands are absent. Where are they located? Iris. Iris means inside our eyes there is that dark circular structure is there. This is called iris. Then ureters. Ureters are attached with the kidney to pass the urine. After kidney forms the urine, and the urine passes through the ureters to the urinary bladder. So ureters. Then bronchi of the lungs, air passage. Okay, air passed through the nostrils, passed through the bronchi and to the lungs. So bronchi of the lungs. Alimentary canal wall, that is, alimentary canal means digestive system. Then blood vessels. In these all regions that we find smooth muscle. Means internal, they are the muscles of the internal organs in short. And they contract slowly but can remain contracted for a long time. See the difference? They contract quickly and they cannot remain contracted for long. If so, then they will get fatigued or tired. Fatigue means tiresomeness. But these don't get fatigued because they work slowly. Okay, slow and steady wins the race, we have heard. Okay, so contract slowly but can remain contracted for long, and they don't get fatigued. This is the main difference. So when you learn, write down the differences between these different kinds of muscles. For example, what's the difference between striated and unstriated? Now you got so many differences. They are spindle shaped, they are cylindrical, they are multinucleated, these are uninucleated. Then they form long sheets and they are arranged in the form of bundles, and dark and light bands are there. Here there is no bands. Then location, then working. So everywhere these differences you have to make in your notebook. And then comes to the last one, that is cardiac muscle fibers. Cardiac muscle fibers, they resemble in certain respect smooth muscle fibers, certain respect striated muscles. So here you can see they have striations, but the faint striations. Okay, they have, this is, here it is dark, here it will be faint striations, and single nucleus, and unlike both of them, they are branched. You can see the cells are branched. In this tissue, cells are branched. See, so the structure is in between striated and unstriated muscle fibers, and they are involuntary like the smooth muscle fibers, but they are striated as the striated muscle fibers. These show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout life and pump blood. You know that this is our heart, and the heart muscles are cardiac muscles, and they continuously show rhythmic contraction and relaxation. That is what making us live. So these muscles show rhythmic contraction, relaxation throughout the life, and then they pump the blood. Blood is required for, blood is our transporting system. Okay, blood and heart and the blood vessels transport system. In class 10 we will study the details of it. So here we are studying the muscles. So this is the point. Muscles show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout life. That is one thing. Second, it pumps the blood. Then structure, short cylinder shaped, like the striated or striped muscles. They are also cylindrical in shape, but the cells are branched, and uninucleated as the smooth muscle fibers. Then the fibers are arranged in the form of network, and faint striations are there, but dark and dark and light bands, the dark bands are faint, means a little bit lighter than this. Okay. Location, walls of the heart. This I told you, anything related to heart is cardiac. So cardiac muscles means muscles of the heart. Working, contract quickly and rhythmically. Therefore, they do not get fatigued or tired. That's why they can move. And one more thing here, you see the junction between the cells. These are the junction between the cells, and this is called the intercalated disc. The junction between the cells is called the intercalated disc. Please write these terms in your notebook. Intercalated disc is the junction between the cells of the cardiac muscles. So we have learned the detail. Now we will see some more clear diagram, okay, of this. See, this is again the same striated muscle in enlarged diagram. See this image. See, they are multinucleated. More than one nucleus is there, cylindrical shape, and dark and light. Dark striations are there in dark bands and the light bands. See, striations. So now it's clear. This is a single cell structure. Now here you will see spindle shaped, that is smooth muscles or unstriated muscle. See, spindle shape. Spindle shape means both the ends are narrowed, or what you call tapered ends, and see the middle portion is wider. This is single individual cells, and see the nucleus is situated in the center. So, and there is no striations, that's why they are called smooth muscles. Then this is the heart muscles or cardiac muscles. See, single nucleus, then striations, and then intercalated discs are there in between, and so cardiac muscle. So you can draw these diagrams. It is clear diagrams, so you can draw these diagrams in your notebook, and notes you can write from the last image. And one more, skeletal muscles. These striated muscles are also called skeletal muscles. Here again it is clear. See the multinucleated, more than one nucleus, cylindrical in shape, and dark and light bands are there, so striations, and they are attached to the skeleton or bones. See, this is our upper arm bone. So to the bones these muscles are attached, so they are called as skeletal muscles. So all the terms we use is with respect to different concept. So skeletal muscle, Then comes to cardiac muscle. See, muscles of the heart, cardiac muscle, branched striations are here. You can see clearly faint striations. Here dark striations are there. Here faint striations are there, and they are branched, and a single nucleus in each cell, and in between between the cells intercalated discs are there. Okay, and here is the muscle, smooth muscle. You see spindle shaped muscles with single nucleus, wider middle region, tapered ends, and these are the muscles of the internal organs, like alimentary canal, like this is large intestine shown, then small intestine, stomach, esophagus. All here we will see the smooth muscles or involuntary muscles. So muscles of the internal organs work automatically, but skeletal muscles work according to our will. So they are voluntary, they are involuntary. And heart muscles are also in action, they are involuntary, contract rhythmically. Okay, so this is one more enlarged diagram of the cardiac muscle. Okay, so here is the thing, nucleus, cylindrical in shape, branched, they are branched, and intercalated, this is what I was telling, intercalated disc. So any of these diagram, all these diagram you need not draw, whichever diagram you can understand, draw the diagram of all the three kinds of muscle, and then make the notes and learn by heart. Okay, and here are some questions, and these questions you will answer. Okay, answers of the question you will write in the notebook. Name the tissue responsible for movement. Muscular tissue. What is the role of contractile protein in muscles? They help the muscles to contract and relax. Then specific function of the cardiac muscle. What is it? Pumping of blood and the rhythmic contraction throughout the life. So it pumps the blood, and it is the blood which transport all the materials to the body parts. Then why are skeletal muscles known as striated muscles? First of all, they are called skeletal muscles because they are attached to the bones. And why are they called striated muscles? Because they have dark and light bands. This dark striations are there. That's why they are known as striated muscles. Better please write the spelling correctly. Don't write striated muscles. Okay. How do cardiac muscles resemble both striated and smooth muscle fibers? See, let us see how are they related to striated muscles. Number one, striations are there, isn't it? And cylindrical in shape. And smooth muscle fibers, they are in action, they are involuntary, automatic and rhythmic contraction, automatic contraction. And this is what is there. Involuntary, they are involuntary muscles, that is there. How do cardiac muscles resemble both striated and unstriated? So you can, from the notes you can write the answers for this question. Write two differences between muscles present in limb, wall of alimentary canal, and heart. See, limbs, what is there? Skeletal muscles or striated muscles are there. You can write the characteristic. Then wall of alimentary canal, involuntary muscles, they are smooth muscles or involuntary muscles, you can write about them. And heart is also involuntary muscles, but involuntary, but they have striations okay, but cylindrical in shape. So any two differences from the notes you can write, okay, with the diagram. Draw the label diagram and then write any two differences between all these muscles. Then in what way are various muscle fibers different with respect to the number of nuclei? This also, you know, the striated muscles are multinucleated and unstriated muscles are uninucleated. Heart muscles are also uninucleated. Then voluntary muscles are known as skeletal muscles because they are attached to the skeleton. Okay, so they are very simple questions. Please answer them, then label diagram. Okay, that's all in this video. I hope you have understood. Thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.